Rich with Deck Revive today. We're going to show you how to load a stain paddle. We've got the 14-inch stain paddle, and we're going to be using several different ways to load it. You can use a 1-gallon paint screen. You put it in here. We're also going to be using a 5-gallon paint screen. And we're also going to be using this tray here. So you can do it this way, and you can rinse it off depending on how much you need. Or you can use the 1-gallon paint can and squeegee it off. Or you can use the rim of the can like this. Or you can use a 5-gallon can. You can dunk the whole thing. You can see it doesn't drip that much considering it's pretty full. You just got to spin it. So it really holds the stain well. You know, depending on the application and where you're going to be using it, you don't want a totally saturated stain paddle all the time. You can see it holds it pretty good. So if I was going to be doing these rails, you know, I probably don't want it real saturated. So I can go just like this. You see it, not too many drips, but when I'm pushing down, when I first start out, I'm lightly pushing down. You don't want to just dig it in there and start going crazy. If you kind of have a little finesse, you can get this with really no drips, frankly. And as I go, I'm pushing down more. Now, areas like this, you can just kind of bounce it back and forth, get in there, get this eye. As you can see, no drips. You know, you want to get on this area, and have a little drips. But the stain paddle, you want to load it such that it's the right amount for the job. And then you want to use the right application pressure so that you're releasing stain. And I'm pushing down as the stain paddle gets more of the product out of it. So again, do not just squeegee it such that you push all the stain out. It's a gradual process. You know, if you're good at this and you do it a lot, you can dunk it. I like using a 5-gallon bucket screen, but you can see it holds the stain. That's going to be helpful for do-it-yourselfers. You know, it's not going to be like this where you got a brush and you dunk it in there. You know, you've got to get somewhere with it quick. You know, one of the ways I like to use a stain paddle, I like to work together in tandem. You'll see. I like to cut in with this and then back brush with the paddle, you know? So I use both, but I'm advanced. You know, I want to get in this crack. You know, I can do that. I want to get under this area here with this lip. I can use the stain paddle. But again, the stain paddle is going to excel on these surfaces. You know, just an easy swipe up and down. You get in these areas, that's going to help for you do it yourself or to do it by hand. In a second, we're going to be using a tarp system and spraying it, but use a stain paddle. You've got a lot of different options to load it. Try them all. Give a stain paddle a try. You can try it, you can.